Hello, welcome. Welcome back to another Onkruid video. Welcome back to another Diablo video. The new season has started a while back already, but I kind of forgot or I kind of didn't notice it at first. But you know what that means. A new Diablo season, it's one of those, the video stops when I find a primal videos. They need to happen. It has to happen. It's part of the Diablo season. It's part of the seasonal journey. It's kind of something that always just, it's a surety. You can't doubt it. The presence will always be there. Even if I forget about the season at the start, I will come back. I will come back stronger than ever. My character will be more broken and overpowered than ever before, and I will just have a lot of fun looking for another primal, even if it's already late during the season and everybody already has had their fun. Played a monk again this season. Kind of my staple go-to character. I think probably the character you've seen the most of in terms of Diablo. No, that's not true. Actually, last season when I played the Demon Hunter, I created a whole bunch of Diablo content together with my buddy Krogrin sometimes even. That was a lot of fun. Who knows, maybe if after a while I haven't found a primal still, we will make another video together. That's the fun. That's the beauty. That's the joy in this type of series. In this, the video ends when I find a primal concept. You never know how it's gonna turn out, you know? It might happen right at the end of this rift. I might already find a primal and the video will just be over. That's fine. That's a-okay. That's exactly what it's all about. Surprises can happen and they are welcome to surprise me. We are playing Inna's Monk this season. I started off with Sun Wokos and then with like the Tempest Rush variant because that's the build you get from the seasonal journey. The build you get automatically for free for completing a bunch of objectives, that is. And then I transferred into Inna's a couple of days ago. And I am glad I did, because this build is still as fun as ever. This is Greater Rift level 90, which is not like the end game, but end game, and I am just breezing through it all the time. And I'm having fun doing so, because it feels... you feel so immensely strong. Even though I was quite scared of it, because I thought like, wait, but they limited the Paragon levels this season, maybe I don't feel as strong anymore. Quite the opposite. I still feel definitely equally as strong, if not stronger than ever. And that's exactly what we're going to be showcasing in these couple of videos. No, in this video. I always turn it into just one single video, which sometimes requires like 3 hours of footage. But hey, that's the part where the fun comes in, you know. Could be an eternal video, could last forever. Because I don't think it's over right now. I don't believe I saw a primal item somewhere in there. Our gems are kind of max level already, so I guess we're gonna start just leveling up a random one. Let's level up this one because it's right up there at the top. And then maybe we can later augment our little bane with it, our little weapon with it. Already augmented this crafted primal in Geom. It is crafted because I disenchanted a couple of other primals for it. I am rerolling for ancient gloves just randomly because I can also definitely use the veiled crystals that I get from those random rerolls. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And crafted primal in Geom, ancient. Not that many ancients yet. Well, it's okay actually. Small intermezzo. No success on the first rift, but that's to be expected. Primals are still quite rare. We know this. You have seen this. The other videos, even in their edited state, have become like an hour long, maybe a little bit longer. I don't remember. It's always quite a while between them. But the moment I realized there was a new Diablo season happening, immediately it was just like, yeah, okay. I know what the people expect. I know what they want me to do. And then here we are. Is it gonna be another season where I make other content than the looking for a primal video as well? I'm not sure. Time will tell. I had a blast creating a video yesterday, a video about what empathy is according to Carl Rogers, the founding father of the humanistic and client-centered, the humanistic view and the client-centered form of therapy. That was really, really great. Especially because it was a video I think spent maybe not the most time editing on, because it was just like not such a long video, but I put a lot of effort into the editing. I tried to make it a little bit more focused. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for one specific word with a little more like goals in mind. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. Either way, I just had fun. Normally I like the recording process and I don't dislike the editing process, but it's not my favorite part of creating videos. But yesterday I realized that, well, maybe if you do actually put like the effort into it and you try to make something cool out of it, it can be a fun part of the process as well. So that was definitely an eye-opener for me. opens up the possibility for a whole bunch of other videos again, because I realized again, like, making things other than just gameplay related videos is also just part of my passion, part of why I love doing this so much. So I should not disregard it, and I should not just play games. No, I really need to make sure that I have fun. Where are all my allies? Something is bugging them when I move this close to him, I think. Yeah, I need to move a little bit further away, and then they can really start doing their job. Move a little bit further away, and there we go. I don't see any red circles on the minmap, so I guess there is one more rift without any primals. I shouldn't shut up in between rifts, to be honest, because it will just cost me more and more editing time. I need to turn this into one of those ramble videos that you love and adore. Maybe? Maybe I do. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that likes listening to my own voice, which would be a bit narcissistic. But I'm okay with that. A little bit of narcissism can sometimes also be seen as just confidence, huh? Think about that. I don't want to make light of people who have to deal with narcissism, or people who have to deal with narcissistic parents. I don't want to make fun of their situation, because it's not fun at all, but you get what I'm saying. Maybe sometimes we shouldn't immediately call things symptoms if they can also be positive, and if they don't necessarily have to be like a complete illness, a complete disorder. Sometimes everybody can be unstable in relationships, for example. That doesn't mean that everybody has borderline disorder. Although that kind of is not necessarily exactly the standpoint of one of my old professors, but it is like something he thinks about. He calls our times borderline times, in a sense of, he says that, well, just the way society is structured, it includes a lot of borderline symptoms. It encourages borderline symptoms. It encourages doubts about your identity. It encourages instability in relationships. It encourages risk-taking and impulsivity. So maybe everybody has a little bit of borderline in them now, just because of the world we are living in. Valuable point. Don't diagnose everybody with borderline personality disorder, but recognize that maybe sometimes we don't have to overdiagnose, because maybe sometimes it's not the person, but it's the surroundings, the context. A diagnosis or a disorder always has to be seen in relation to the context, of course, so it's very logical that you take the context into account, but just do it with the full awareness. Oh, that was nice. 2 yellows right next to each other. Make sure that we go get to pick up all the orbs a bit. And as you can see, this build is just, we're kind of circling back and forth in real life talk and gameplay talk. The build is insane. It is really cool. I haven't even touched like the really push Greater Rifts version with Fire Ally yet, because this Water Ally is just giving me so much success at this point. Of course, the Rift Guardians are a little bit slower, but I mean, I wouldn't call that slow in a million years. It's still fast as hell. The build is focused a bit more on like killing everything in the Rift, instead of like focusing purely on Rift Guardian killing. But I mean, it's a blast. It's a blast to play with. I'm very happy I cycled through the other build. I kind of diversified my approach a little bit and put another build on the docket. Let's roll for some more gloves. Let's identify all of this. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there should not be any primals in here. If there are primals in here, well then the video will end quite abruptly, because I will not be prepared for it. An ancient focus would be very nice. That's something we're still looking for. These are all okay. Jade Harvester is not really what we're looking for, because that's not really our class. You can get primals from Kadala too, right? I think you definitely can. That would be awesome. I think I might have had 1, maybe 2, maybe 1 primal from Kadala in the past. It's not such a common occurrence, that's for sure. You probably can get them, but I don't think it will always happen that often. And back into another rift we go. Am I gonna try and count how many rifts it takes me? No. No, not at all, because that will be way too confronting, because every rift takes about like 2 or 3 minutes. If it then takes me like 20 rifts, it'll take me like 40 minutes. And in 40 minutes, I could have probably like discovered the cure to cancer 2 times over. So I'm not gonna confront myself with the way I spend my time. I must say that Diablo has really like taken my life by storm again, in the sense of like, it had been a while since I felt so into a game again that I was looking forward to being at home in the evening just to play some games. Especially also because I was playing it together with my friends at the start. And for some reason this game always has that power. It always does it. Whenever the new season is there, even though it's exactly the same gameplay loop with some minimal, very minimal changes, it still entices me. it draws you in right like it's the first time you ever played Diablo. And that's, I think, the beauty. And that's, I think, something Diablo 3 will have for me forever, but Diablo 4 just, it hasn't appealed to me in such a sense. I am satisfied with just coming back to this game and the beauty it has to offer. It's what I know and love, you know? But yeah, I was looking forward to playing it the entire day. Maybe sometimes I was looking forward to like the single Hero to the Storm game at the end of the day. Sure, that was also fine. That was fun. Back when I was really into Guild Wars 2 map completion, that kind of enticed me a little bit. That kind of like tickled my fancy. But this really became not necessarily obsession, not necessarily at the obsession or addiction level, but close, which are the words of every addict ever. But no, it was close. Why do I say it's close? It didn't necessarily impede me from focusing on other life domains. It's not like I stayed at home from work or from social gatherings just to play Diablo. I still took the time to watch a little show with my girlfriend or to go downstairs and read a little bit while she was taking a nap, which is something she is quite prone to do. But it was on my mind. It was not preoccupying me, but it was definitely on my mind. Not in a negative sense, just in a positive sense. Just rediscovering the passion that I have always had in video games. Huh. Well, see you next season.